Hey guys, good news. I've got Kyle here from Flat 4. He's been so kind to come down on a Saturday morning to come down and tune this car. And I've actually had the car sitting in storage for about the last 3 weeks because I had the flex fuel system put in, and because of border restrictions I couldn't get the mechanics to come up from South Australia to come and do the tune. So Kyle's just popped over here to do what's really a temporary tune on the car. Together with S&J Automotive to get the car running for me now, so I can at least have it until mid-January when the guys from S&J can make their way up from South Australia. They've been put into some lockdown, so they can't come up to Queensland to do the rest of the proper tune on the car. So this has been sitting in storage for a little bit, but it's been a good opportunity though, because I did have the 98 Evo 2 Club Spec sitting in storage, and what's been good is been able to get that out and have a nice play with that. So I've got this one right here, absolutely beautiful. I've shown you guys a lot of this car already, but it's always fun to have another look at it. Interesting because, you know, when you jump from this, well, particularly the 21 STi into this car feels so slow. It's I can't believe that, you know, I used to have one of these ones, similar one, 2000 model, and I thought it was really, really quick. And when you jump in, and the modern cars now, they're so much faster. But anyway, so that's mine. That's going to have to now go back into storage for a little bit. And the problem, of course, is I've only got, as you can see up here, I've only got a 2-bay garage. So I need to get that sorted out soon too. Now you maybe have a look at, see what's behind the Club Spec, which is this bad boy here. This one is this is my wife's car. It's a 21 model X5 M50. Check that out. It is ridiculously fast. A 4.4 litre V8 twin turbo, and of course my wife, she's a good girl. She loves cars with performance. She used to have a 2-door STi. She's had a 4-door WRX back in the day, GT Liberty when they first came out back in, I think it was 05, I think, that really nice shape. But yeah, you can see down here, this is the M50 badge. The torque in this thing is absolutely nuts, and it's actually a lot faster than even the STi. But this car here is about 170 odd thousand, so you would expect it to be a shitload faster than, you know, the STIs are really only a, what, $65,000 car. But hopefully now with these extra mods that I'm doing, it should be, hopefully it'll be faster. Look, the Beamer does 0 to 100 in like 4.2 seconds straight out of the box, and it sounds really, really tough as well. Anyway, so this bad boy is going to go back into storage for a little bit. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. So what I've now done is I've just bought a block of land. It's a 1 acre block, and of course the only reason is to build a bigger house, but 2, have at least a 6-bay garage. So the idea is I'm going to have all the cars lined up. I'm going to have then enough room to put this car in. I'm also going to be buying Japanese import. I'm thinking maybe I'll get both, I don't know, but I'm thinking probably 2-door version 6 STi. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, the reason why I haven't got the 2-door in or import anything is I don't have more room. I can't put them anywhere. So by getting the bigger house, land, 6-bay at least garage, I'll be able to have all the cars lined up. And of course, every guy wants to be able to see them all the time, because at the moment, you know, you kind of put this out of sight, out of mind, then it becomes a bit of a hassle to sort of go down to the storage shed, unlock it all, bring the car out. So I want to be able to have all the cars there on tap. Every man's dream, right? So the idea is then to have all the cars lined up. I want to have a glass panel on the back of the garage, and then behind that panel will be my office, probably office, sort of boardroom, and just all round men's room really. And at least I'll be able to sit at the desk, work away, and be able to look at all the cars all the time. That's what life's about, right? So anyway, I'll keep you guys posted on the build of that. The land settles next year, so 2022, about mid then we're going to build the house, so it's probably going to be at least 2 years away, but should be pretty exciting anyway. I'll keep you guys updated on the build. Not that you really care about the house, but the garage is going to be the most important thing. All right, I'm going to go check up and see what's happening now with Kyle. I'll just quickly show you actually. Hey Kyle.
How we doing?
Hey man, so tell us, what are you doing today?
So today we're getting the first part of the flex fuel tune done. So we're just sorting out the 98 side of it first, getting it running nice and smooth, and then when S&J are up start of next year, we'll sort out the E85 side of things. So yeah, pretty much for today we're just getting it all running nice and safe, operating as it should be, with good power, and then we get some dyno time start of next year.
So tell me about, I guess this is pretty big news, and I did drop it last time on a video, and you're now partnered with, let the cat out of the bag a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But with S&J Automotive, which are based down in South Australia, and they are one of the leading automotive performance shops in Australia for Subaru, right?
Subarus, yeah.
So
Subarus,
how did that partnership come about?
They also do they do Subarus and Evos as well. So Sean and Zoe from S&J popped up to us at our new Arundel store to have a chat about offering some tuning for our customers. So they're already coming up here to the Gold Coast and doing tuning for a lot of their existing customers. So we've teamed up to sort of operate installs and performance parts out of Flat 4, and then use all of Sean and the whole team's knowledge at S&J in regards to their tuning to get the best results. So yeah, it's been a great partnership. We've got a lot of cars now that are, we can safely and confidently sell good power packages now, knowing that the tuning support's there and that the parts that we're putting in the cars are being used to their sort of best.
I found it extraordinary. I had no idea. I guess from S&J's point of view, there's only, you just think about taking your card down to them.
Yep.
But in this day and age, you can now take their IP and tuning, and then they can then on-sell that around Australia, partnering with someone like yourself who can do the physical work on site, in different locations.
Yeah, S&J's been around since day dot. I mean, they started their business sort of when back when the GC8s and all the other turbo cars were sort of becoming popular out of Subaru. So they've got years of knowledge.
And I remember seeing them years and years ago in Hot 4 magazines, little advertisements.
Yep.
So they have been around for donkey's years.
Yep.
So that's a great partnership. So let's just recap now from when you dropped off the car to me last time. And I want to say thanks again for being so great and taking it across the border.
Running the border, yeah.
Running the border. All part of the service.
Yep.
No, I really do appreciate it. So,
that's all right.
So last time you dropped the car off to me, and you've now installed the flex fuel system.
Yep. So just getting the this fueling system ready for this flex fuel tune, which involves the Z-Tronics flex sensor
which is
kit.
down.
So the gauge is up on the dash there, and then all the other bits and pieces are sort of hidden away in the engine bay with a Turbo Smart fuel pressure regulator. So that just sort of gives us the best sort of fuel setup for this.
So
sort
Kyle,
of tune.
for those who have no idea, because I had no idea.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a layman.
Yep.
What does a flex fuel system enable you to do? And why do you need it?
So the cars from factory sort of tuned for a 98 RON fuel.
Yeah.
There's a fuel out there called E85, ethanol 85, 80% ethanol. It's what they use for their supercars. It's a much more higher performance fuel. So from the fuel alone, with a car like yours, we can generally get 20 to 30 kilowatts, in this sort of power range, more from just using the different fuel.
20 to 30 extra kilowatts at the wheels?
At the wheels, yep.
Okay,
yep.
Just by putting E85 in the fuel
Just by using the fuel, yep. Okay. So there are a few provisions you have to do for it. So with your car, we've used the flex fuel kit, so that enables us to run the 98 and E85 on the fly. So you can put half a tank in of each, or you could put 3/4, whatever, the ECU and the kit will adjust the map on the fly, and you can drive away happy.
So people should know they can't just rock on down to the petrol station, just
yeah, big no, don't go and put E85 in your car. No, it will hate you for it.
Yeah. So you need to have this flex fuel system.
Yep. So flex fuel system to run both. We can do a straight E85 tune. That's great if you live near an E85 station.
Yeah, because it's not readily available, is it?
No, it's not. It's only available up here anyway in southeast Queensland on the Gold Coast. United Fuels are the only ones that sell it.
Right.
So there's only about a handful of places that do have it.
So from the last lot of work we did, which was exhaust, air induction, and injectors, a couple other things. That took up. We did the dyno tune at there. I think got to 201 kilowatts at the wheels. This new upgrade with the E85 flex fuel system is now going to take up another, let's say, to 230 odd kilowatts. 235 kilowatts. And is there anything else after that? And what sort of boost is it going to run now?
So we'll be looking at around 16-17 PSI in the sport sharp mode, which is more aggressive tuning in these cars. And yeah, so it's hard to say between, because it depends on how much ethanol you've got in the car at the time. But sort of the safe average number will be around the 235 kilowatt, 240, maybe a smidge more. Yeah.
So the way I've done the build so far with you, we've done the exhaust, the air induction, etc. Would you suggest doing that first as some modifications before you then move to the E85 flex fuel system, or could you just have a stock standard car and decide I just want to put E85 in it with the flex fuel system?
You could, but you'll be limiting yourself with your final result. At a bare minimum, an intake and exhaust would be ideal to get you the best results. I mean, you can definitely get more power out of the cars from just a tune with the flex fuel setup. But if you're doing it, you want to do it right.
Okay, so that would be the natural progression: exhaust, induction, then the flex fuel system,
then the fueling. Induction, exhaust, and then fueling.
And so, roughly, what sort of dollars would you be talking for? So I'll probably spend about 10 or 12,000, I think, thus far with exhaust, air induction, injectors, blow-off valve, fuel pump. Fuel rails,
the fuel pressure regulator, the flex fuel kit. So I'd say somewhere around that sort of 8 to 10 mark. Okay. But there's a lot of extra stuff on your car that some people might not go for. It comes down to personal preference, really.
What we're going to do now is the S&J guys are going to come back in about 2 or 3 weeks, right? Once they're out of lockdown.
They've been locked out again.
So they're going to now fly up to Queensland to now do the final tune. So this is really just a temporary tune. So I can run 98. And run the car like normal, run hard. They'll come up in 2 or 3 weeks, and then they'll fix up the E85 system.
We'll get the flex fuel tune done, and it'll be all go bananas after that.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Thanks so much, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Not a worry.
Should be finished really soon, and I'll be able to take it out for a squirt, and I'll do some videos and show you what it's going to be like. And we'll talk about power increases as well. I can't remember exactly what Kyle told me with the extra performance from these new mods, but I'll run through all that. I'll take it back to Area 51 track and get some more shots of that, and it should be cool. All right, guys. Thanks. Take care.